Hello, everyone, and welcome to CXO Insights. I am joined by Anand Eswaran from Veeam. Welcome, Anand.
Pleasure to be here.
Great to have you with us. So, Anand, data availability and resilience have always been central to Veeam's mission. With Securiti AI coming into Veeam, can you tell us how does that partnership and that acquisition redefine what data resilience means going forward?
Yeah, now Veeam's focus has been data resilience. As you know, we are the number one market share leader for data resilience in the world. Uh, with the age of AI in the last 2 or 3 years, we've seen a fundamental change in how companies need to look at their entire data lifecycle. Historically, you would have different platforms and tools for intelligence and visibility, understanding your data. You would have different tools for securing your data and assigning the right controls to it. You have different tools for data resilience, which is where we've been the number one leader in the world. And AI fundamentally disrupts the whole thing because the only way to solve the problem of AI projects failing is making sure that there is no AI, by the way, without trusted data and data security, and there's no trust in AI without data resilience. The only way to create this full picture for every company is to unify their visibility, their security, their privacy, compliance, governance, and resilience in one platform in one way. So, with Securiti AI, which is the market leader in data security and privacy, compliance, governance, and joining that with Veeam and creating one singular platform with product truth behind it, we will be the first company to help every organization deconstruct and solve their AI project problems.
And obviously, with the two companies and the two platforms coming together, customers are very eager to know like what's in it for them, what are the benefits that they'll be getting. So, can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Uh, with Veeam and Securiti AI and the unified platform, customers will now have one platform to understand their data in depth, understand every aspect of every data, and understand the who touches the data, where does the data reside, uh, what data is being accessed by what agent, what data is being used to train which model. So, understanding data at a great degree of depth is the first thing which they will get with this unified vision. They will be able to make sure they assign the right controls to it, the right identity, the right permissions, the right entitlements to this data. And then they will be able to make sure that they assign the right recovery posture to this data. And not just recovery posture to data, they will also be able to, with this unified platform, uh, get, if an agent goes rogue, get the undo the agent back to a safe state. If a model is poisoned, get the model back to a safe state. So with Veeam, we will have the industry's first unified platform across intelligence, data security, privacy, compliance, governance, and resilience. That's the huge value. When you bring this together, you actually accelerate safe AI at scale for your customers.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. So, in this region, organizations are pushing forward with their own AI agenda while balancing, as you mentioned, the strict requirements, the compliance issues, the compliance requirements. So, how does this platform and how does Veeam and Security AI, going to help them navigate these complexities while making sure that they're compliant and secure without stifling their innovation?
Absolutely. And this is actually one of the key benefits of this platform. You said it right. 144 out of 194 countries have some degree of privacy, compliance, sovereignty regulations happening. Just take a look at this region. You know, the PDPA, the Data Privacy Acts here, the SDAIA, the AI Ethics and Governance Principles, regulation in Saudi. You have data privacy regulations in every region, every part of this region. When you look at the benefits we bring to the table, we have a large team of lawyers who take all of these privacy regulations, these data sovereignty requirements, these data residency requirements, and we've actually codified it into the product. So we take the worry away from the users and the companies on them trying to make sure that their data is compliant with all of these regulations. We make sure that you have an automated way to ensure compliance directly as part of the platform. And not only do we do this for in country regulations, we do it for sector regulations like DORA, NIS2, for HIPAA. So you now get not only a deep understanding of your data, you not only get the ability to apply data security in the right way, you get an automated way to stay compliant with every regulation, whether it's a country-based regulation or a sector-based regulation. You automatically stay compliant with that. And if you don't, then it will flag that non-compliance immediately, so you can take action, with that as well. And this extends even more. Let me give you a simple example. When we talk about data, the nation state actors, ransomware, exfiltration, all of this is happening in rapid scale. 69% of companies have had at least one ransomware attack. When you work with Veeam and security now in that unified platform, we help you get to the right security posture in the first place. So, hopefully you make sure not too many bad things happen. But if there is a breach, then Veeam is one of the few companies which gives you the ability to have incident response capabilities to help you through the journey. Forensic analysis, negotiating with the hackers, Bitcoin payments, all of that together. But even more importantly is you need to stay compliant after the breach. And that's where we can help you. So if there's an example where we know that there is 4 people living in Dubai whose national identity numbers have been compromised, our product will give you an automated set of actions on what you need to do for those 4 people to stay compliant with government regulation. So we are the only company and the only unified platform which allows you to have the right posture before, during, and after a security breach. So all part of the product.
And all of that is very important, especially now in the age of AI. And then just looking ahead, what's like your final message to CIOs, CISOs, tech leaders out there who would want to get the full value of Veeam and Security AI coming together?
Yeah, when I look broadly across the industry globally, I see that there is a significant data crisis right now happening. And I look at it in 3 different dimensions. One, there is a visibility crisis, just as we said, 90% of the data is unstructured. And right now, most companies do not understand where the data is, who's accessing it, what's the mobility patterns, is it going to stay compliant? And most people do not understand it. And you cannot even govern what you do not see. So the first thing you need to understand is what is your visibility posture as a company. The second crisis I see, which companies are falling into, is the trust crisis. Is the data governed? Is the data safe? Is the data trusted? The reason AI projects fail is not because of models, it's not because of GPU, it's because of the lack of trusted, governed data feeding all of those AI projects. So, what is your trust posture? What is your data security posture? And the third crisis I see is the resilience crisis, which is it is not just enough to recover your data as the only thing you do. You need to have precision on the ability to go back in time, if an agent went wrong, if a model went wrong. So what is your resilience posture? And the only way to solve this, and this is going to be the biggest learning for every company in their journey, is to have a unified platform across visibility, across security and trust, and across resilience. So what is your posture in a unified way across all 3 dimensions? That is the only way you get to unleash safe AI at scale for your customers.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Anand. It's
Pleasure is all mine, Adele. Thank you very much.